Welcome to Hidden Spoilers, where we break down every secret and detail you might have missed. Okay, we finally got the official Marvel Zombies trailer, and wow, there's a billion Easter eggs packed into this thing. They crammed footage from all 4 episodes into just a minute and a half, and it's absolutely insane. This was originally supposed to be a movie, but Marvel ran into some copyright issues, specifically the Spider-Man problem. Sony didn't want Marvel putting Spider-Man in a standalone movie outside the Tom Holland sharing deal. But now, thanks to this series, we're actually getting the most hardcore version of Spider-Man the MCU has ever shown. If you're new here, hit that subscribe and bell so you don't miss any of the hidden details we're going to keep finding in this series. And right away you'll notice Blade is a major part of this story. He's basically taken over the Moon Knight role, because in this Marvel Zombies universe, Mark Spector is dead. Blade has become the new avatar of Khonshu, the new Moon Knight. Already wild, right? This whole thing is a big follow-up to the What If Season 1 Marvel Zombies episode. That's why we see characters in moments tied directly to that ending, like zombie Thanos showing up in Wakanda with the Infinity Gauntlet to take the Mind Stone from Vision, straight out of an alternate version of Infinity War. Oh, and look closely, they even brought back T'Challa, Black Panther. Obviously, Chadwick Boseman passed away years ago, so it's likely another actor is voicing him here, but still, it's powerful seeing him included. Now, the trailer kicks off with a cheeky TV MA rating card, basically Marvel's way of saying, yep, this is an R-rated violence. And they drive the point home with Kate Bishop firing an arrow that instantly takes someone out. At first it looks like Hawkeye, but remember, Hawkeye himself is a zombie here. That arrow is actually coming from Kate. Speaking of style, did you catch the new Marvel animation logo? It's all black and white, really similar to what we've seen teased for Captain America: Brave New World. Nice little touch. Then we get zombies rushing down a stairwell, hard to tell where they're headed since these shots cut so fast. But remember, this is footage spliced from all 4 episodes. The main premise is Scarlet Witch is leading the zombie army. She's their queen, and she's after more power. In the original Robert Kirkman Marvel Zombies comics, the zombies conquered their entire universe, then started consuming other universes across the multiverse. So maybe that's her ultimate plan here, multiverse domination through the undead. You'll notice some of the extras in military uniforms, not actual Marvel characters, just normal soldiers turned into zombies. But then we jump to San Francisco, and yep, that's Shang-Chi and Katie right back where their movie started. Only now, the entire city is overrun with zombies. And look, Okoye is here too, but in this universe, she's leading part of Scarlet Witch's army. That's terrifying. We see helicopters sweeping over the city, probably a montage early on in the series to show how fast the outbreak spread across Earth. And then in Kamar-Taj, sorcerers fighting each other because some of them are already infected. Quick cuts, zombie Hawkeye firing arrows, zombie Steve Rogers standing tall, zombie Okoye with her undead army clearing a path like they're welcoming Scarlet Witch home. Creepy. And then Yelena drops that chilling voiceover, all the Avengers are gone. She's right. Remember, in What If Season 1, the Avengers were some of the first to fall. And here's where Marvel Zombies gets even scarier than something like The Walking Dead. These zombies retain bits of intelligence. They can form words, make plans, and, worst of all, still use their powers. That's why Zombie Cab can fight just as strategically as he did in life. There's a shot of Yelena inside the Raft prison, which becomes a big location later. And then that fiery scene of someone with a sword, at first glance you might think it's Black Knight. But no, this is Blade as the new Moon Knight. His sword glowing in the firelight is such a sick visual. Later we see Shang-Chi and Katie in San Francisco again, but now Katie is actually wielding the 10 rings alongside him. Then we cut to them inside the raft with Blade Moon Knight, Mars Marvel, and Red Guardian. Why are they there? Because the raft has a very dangerous prisoner, zombie Namor. Yep, in water, Namor is basically Hulk-level strength, and in this form, he's unstoppable. And it doesn't take long before he breaks free. You see the water flooding in, the team panicking, and then Namor just annihilates everyone in sight. He even slices Captain Marvel in half. And not just any version, this looks like Mohawk Captain Marvel, but with only one eye, and strangely a machine gun instead of her powers. Brutal. Meanwhile, Red Guardian's already down, Yelena's freaking out, and Blade Moon Knight's voice comes in. Though heads up, it's not Mahershala Ali. For whatever reason, Marvel used another actor who sounds just like him, the same guy who replaced him in Invincible. And yes, Jimmy Woo is back. We all loved him in WandaVision, but he kind of disappeared after that. Here, he's teaming up with Shang-Chi and Katie.
Of course, the trailer also calls back to that what-if cliffhanger with Spider-Man, T'Challa, zombie Thanos, and even Ant-Man's floating head with the cloak of levitation. And here's the kicker. This is the most R-rated Spider-Man you'll ever see, webbing heads off bodies. Probably another reason Marvel couldn't release this as a theatrical movie. Then Thor enters the fight, going head-to-head with Scarlet Witch in some underground tunnel. But Marvel loves their twists, so don't assume this ends with a clean victory. The original comics ended in a really dark way, so expect something similar here. Quick montage. Blade slicing through zombie Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, with Khonshu's reflection glowing in the sword. Ghost in her original white suit zombified before the Thunderbolts storyline could even happen. And we even see her going up against Yelena and the others inside the raft. Now, why no Deadpool, Wolverine, Fantastic Four, or X-Men? Simple. Production started before those characters officially joined the MCU. So at the time, Marvel wasn't allowed to use them yet. The cast list is stacked though. Elizabeth Olsen returning as zombie Scarlet Witch, Paul Rudd, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, Simu Liu and Awkwafina as Shang-Chi and Katie, Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, Wyatt Russell as U.S. Agent, Randall Park as Jimmy Woo, and Mon Vellani as Miss Marvel, with Ironheart popping in at some point too. It all drops September 24th, binge style, 4 episodes total. And trust me, this is going to be one of the wildest and most violent things Marvel has ever released. Don't forget to subscribe with the bell so you catch my full episode breakdowns when the show drops. And now I want to hear from you. Which zombie fight are you most hyped for? Thor vs. Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man's R-rated web-slinging, or zombie Namor tearing through the raft? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.